Gancho, 3.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello everybody.
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. That pass has been well intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Scholes. That's a shade optimistic. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Sergi promptly onto that, and that is that.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
And he's managed to get free. Puskás has another go! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So, a breakthrough already. Maldini. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Played back. He's had a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. And claimed it back swiftly. Vieira. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Scholes. Maldini. And he's being shifted off it. Searching pass he's played there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Puskás unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Puskás. Great vision. Maldini deals with that comfortably. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nigeria looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know.
Just the goalkeeper's a chance for a shot! He scores! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
He's gone for goal! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
He's had it taken off him. Pull it. Now it's Puskás. Xabi Alonso. It is a corner, good chance. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. There's the shot! Goal! And they get themselves in front! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Xabi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Xabi Alonso. Now it's Puskás. Pelé. Oh, he's... Decent chance! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And now he has 2. So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Rummenigge. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And the second half gets underway. Cannavaro. Vieira. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's been slipped through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Nigeria clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Vieira. It's Xabi Alonso, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. He won't be happy with that one. Ambitious ball here. Good ball, good take. Crosses it, up he goes! They've done it! The second half off to a spectacular start. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Nigeria get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pull it. A probing pass. Good ball over the top. And it's Lam. He has found the way through. Now it's Pele. And this is Puskás. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. Chance! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Zico touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Now that is a hefty challenge. And he's heaved it away.
Substitution for Nigeria. Number 11, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Ibrahimovic.
Sergi gets it clear. Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Lam is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Passing, and Messi! Xabi Alonso. Zico. Nice looking ball. Nicely worked. And that's put paid to a promising move. Pull it. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Rui Costa. Del Piero tries a shot! Del Piero finds himself offside. Vieira. Oh, nicely intercepted.
That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
Rui Costa. Now it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Zico. And the pass is intercepted. Rui Costa. That's a cute ball. Sergi makes the interception. Gattuso looking to provide the solidity his team so need. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, that's delightful. He's found a way through.
Substitution for Nigeria. Number 15.
Nigeria can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Mateus puts his foot on the gas. Zico picks it up out wide. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Rui Costa.
There'll be 3 minutes at a time.
Lovely bit of skill. He has a look up. Shoots! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So now the difference is 3. And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
Opportunity to pay a visit to our official
How would you
store
summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here.
Here's a man, Peter, that inspired so many and always said that success is no accident. It takes hard work and perseverance.
And how he epitomised that attitude. He worked so hard to become a player so far ahead of everybody else.
He boasted a playing style that was so unique too. The first centre-forward perhaps to drop back, use his vision, make those clever little late runs. He is, for me, the ideal teammate. The perfect blend of power, speed, athleticism, and Hullet!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Hullet plays it short. Shot, surely! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again...
Chance for a shot! Really well taken goal. Not one, but two. It is a dream start. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. That's a sharp pass. And the finish! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Lahm made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Sergi. Scholes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Pelé. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cannavaro. Scholes. Hullet. Hullet. Vieira. Now it's Xabi Alonso.
Oh, great feat, that.
Sergi. That is a brilliant interception. Pelé. That has ended up in no man's land. Approaching the half-hour mark. Lahm. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Xavi Alonso. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nice-looking ball. Neatly clipped into space. Cleared without hesitation. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Can he finish?
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Lahm. Oh, nice touch. Can he get on the end of this? Scholes. Xavi Alonso. That has not gone well. And that's another good win of the ball.
There will be one
Xavi
minute
Alonso
at a time.
has found the net here, of course. Lahm. And we've reached half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half,
Volunteers
Peter.
for each block,
Now they just need
please
to
report
make
to the
sure
staff
they
room immediately.
retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And we're off again. Strong running down that left flank. Pelé. And that was very necessary. Yaya Toure. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Gullit. Vieira. Xavi Alonso. Puskás. Xavi Alonso. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Knocks it out wide. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Pelé. Lahm providing an outlet on that. He rises! 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. And they win it back again. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Xavi Alonso. Puskás. Rodri cannot be beaten that easily. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. And that's put paid to a promising move. Pelé. And it's Lahm.
That's good play from him.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gullit. And here's the chance to counter. Puskás. He's had it taken off him. Gullit chasing after it. Maldini. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Oh, well spotted.
In with the challenge. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Rodri. Pelé. That's an excellent interception.
South Africa really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And this is Puskas. Vieira. Driving on and making good progress. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. He's having a shot! He scores! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and the pass is intercepted.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Vieri. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. The referee's had a good look and given a corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Del Piero. And now they can spring out of defence. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Azar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Azar. Oh, good read. And that's been intercepted. Ribéry. Yaya Touré. And it's Drogba. Drogba has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
I just thought that one needed a tad more lift. Easier said than done, of course.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's managed to get free. And he's cut it out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we're done. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome.
Please join me in wishing all
So,
the
Jim,
best
how do you
for
reflect
members of
on
our
what we've
fan
seen?
club
Well, the
celebrating
look
their
on the
wedding
manager's
anniversary
face
today.
says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.